Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose. These are general readings. We take what works, we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this reading, check your other major placements being Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And I'm starting off, well, first I wanted to say that the holidays got me a little bit busy here. So I'm going to have these roll out a little bit more slowly than usual, because I just am time crunched and I hate to have these be too time crunched. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, and then let's see here. So we're starting with the intuitive vibe off of the Oracle cards, and then we're going to move on to the Muse Tarot for a more traditional spread. So, Aries, we've got the secret card that was haunting you last spring and summer. And then we've got two additional secret cards to sort of explore that secret. And then we have, oh dear. Okay, we have change of seasons. Massive changes going on in your life. You might be feeling a little vulnerable in your little underwear here while the clothes of your life get changed. The outside of your life gets changed. This is sort of the tower card for this deck. Or the world card. Just everything's changing in the world. The whole world is changing. A lot's up in the air. A lot's moving around. There are a lot of moving parts right now. You may be feeling a little vulnerable. This card came out in like half the readings last week. So this just seems to be a theme for everybody at this point in time. Is the world's changing, and you don't have a lot of say in it. There's some changes going on in your life that you're not necessarily in charge of, and I think your job is just to kind of relax and let it all happen. Here's your triptych of secrets here. Yep. So we're going to start off with the secret card. You've got something you're holding close. You could share it if you wanted to, but you haven't felt like it so far. You might feel like people might knock you off your pedestal if they knew the truth. This isn't necessarily a secret TM. This is just something you don't talk about. It's something you haven't been really talking about it. It may be like a secret that you're holding on to, but it may just also be something you don't generally talk about or explore or express to other people. Very much. You could, but I think you're worried about what people might think. You might be worried about losing your position, losing a position that you hold, that you highly value. You have the ability to open up about this whenever you want, and maybe you've been contemplating it for quite some time now. You have a secret hope, the white rose of hope. I believe it relates to your secret. There's something it might be a secret hope. You know, sometimes some of the most vulnerable times in my life are when I'm talking about my hopes and my dreams. I don't generally talk about those things. It feels too close to home. So this could be a secret hope and a secret dream that you have that you haven't been talking about, but it's something that you've held close to yourself, and I think that it's very private to you. It's a secret dream and a secret hope. And then we have protectiveness. So that's what's making me think, like, the secret before I thought maybe was, well, earlier it might have been, but now it's a different type of secret. It's a secret hope. It's a secret dream, and you're very protective of it. You know, there is something about sharing our dreams and sharing our secrets. You know, there's a reason why it's my biggest vulnerability and why I don't talk about it generally, because why it's the most uncomfortable thing for me to talk about is because people can smash those and tell you they're stupid or you know, then what am I afraid of? It's about you know, what if you have this hope and then you fail, and then these people knew that that's what you were hoping for? You know, I'd just rather have, that happened, that was successful. I don't know how that happened. I wasn't expecting that. So it could be like that. But here we have protectiveness. This is a secret. You're very protective of this hope. And maybe they're two different things, this hope and the secret, but they came out together. So you're very protective of something. There's some idea that you have that you're very protective of, and then something that you're manifesting in reality that you're very protective of. Now, the thing about eggs is they're broken from the outside, say, when someone crushes our dreams for us, it kills what's inside. But when what's inside cracks through all of its own accord in its own timing, when it's ready, it thrives, and that's the beginning of a new life, or the beginning of a new life is when that happens. So your job, you feel like right now, is just to be very protective of this dream, this secret hope, this secret dream, and allowing it, giving it a safe place to allow it to fully develop and incubate, and then it can come out and be a real thing, a lively thing. But there's a timing thing in both of these cards. I'm getting a timing thing that you're not in charge of. You could break this egg open, and we're seeing this moon, this intuition. See, look at this. This white glowing thing, this moon, this hope, this intuition. You could crack that open, but instead it might be a wiser course. You're being very protective of it. You're keeping it warm. You're rotating it. You're waiting for what's inside to come to fruition and to be ready to be expressed. And I think that's what you're waiting for here, is waiting to be ready. Because you have the tools you need. You can do this, but you're waiting to be ready to express something. And you're very protective of this hope and this dream, and you're not really talking about it. And then we have, but then, we have North Node. This is step out of your comfort zone. This is finding a new way to do something. So you may have been secretive about something, may have been having a secret hope or a secret dream, but there is something here. Now, we don't want to be prematurely opening these eggs and killing the dream, or, I mean, I think there's like some sort of false superstition there too. We may be protecting it, but there are things that have their own timing. So that's what I want to say about this egg. It reminds me of an egg timer. It has its own timing. There's some sort of dream, some sort of secret hope that you have that has its own timing. But there is also a request to step out of your comfort zone, or maybe even allow your comfort zone to be busted open. Because you remember, we've got several cards here about vulnerability. This one to me is about changes going on in your life that make you, that you're feeling vulnerable, but there's not a lot you can do. Stepping out of your comfort zone. This could be just standing outside your comfort zone, allowing yourself to feel vulnerable, allowing this vulnerability to surround you, and to feel a little naked here. But stepping out of your comfort zone, being vulnerable, could be that. And then we also have the vulnerability of this dream here in this egg, and being protective of that vulnerability. But there might be something happening at this point that where it could be coming out of the egg, and there's not, you can't really protect it or prevent it from this change from happening, and you can't prevent the vulnerability that's inherent in this process of having this thing come out, this hope, this secret, this dream sort of emerge from you. It may be time for it to be moving out, but that it's got its own timing. It's got its own timing, and I feel like when it does happen, you'll feel very vulnerable, but it will be something sort of outside of you that just is happening, and it's happening like this. And so, step out of your comfort zone. North Node. North Node is always about, to me, about our very unique individual paths and the way in which we grow and develop, and the lessons we need to learn throughout our lifetime. Those lessons are can be very challenging and very uncomfortable to learn a different way of handling something, a different way of doing something. All right, Aries, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. This is funny. I just saw all of these cards, despite the shuffling and the everything that goes on in between the readings. This is very fascinating. It's strange. They just... And this Ten of Voices has come out multiple times so far with these readings in this batch. So we have Ten of Voices here. This is in your recent past. There's been an ending of something that was very painful. Either ideas, concepts, inner voices, maybe even a verbally abusive situation. There's something where the end came of a very painful situation has wrapped up and ended. The voices are always... Well, this is about just any old painful situation, but the voices in particular can be about ideas, concepts, and words that were exchanged. So you may have been stabbed and wounded very deeply by some sort of communication, maybe some sort of relationship that was just constantly causing pain. The beauty of the Ten of Swords is that it's over. There's no more pain, and healing can begin here. We're done with the painful thoughts. We're done with the painful ideas. We're done with the painful perspective. We're done with the painful words and the harsh words. So this came to an end. Some sort of harsh situation recently came to an end. In your current situation, we have 5 of materials. So this is feeling left out, feeling abandoned, feeling alone, really feeling the lack, really feeling the 5 is such a harsh place on our Kabbalah tree of life. And it's really feeling that lack and feeling left out. I mean, but what's always so fascinating is that this door is open. It's open. And I just hear these sounds and this laughter and this beautiful life inside, but you're either feeling rejected from that, and there's almost an invitation, but instead you are wrapped up in some sort of exclusion. You feel excluded, you feel left out, you feel impoverished and poor, and like you don't have enough, and like you don't have what you need, and yet you're parked right outside some place that has exactly what you need, that has everything you need, that has, so it reminds me of like a party, a wedding maybe, where all of your friends and loved ones are inside, but instead you're out here and you're feeling alone and you're suffering, and you could walk through that door and be welcomed with open arms, but instead you're out here. And it's an interesting, sometimes you need to be out here. Sometimes I hang out with a lot of artists, and at our parties we always have, we're all half introvert, half extrovert, and we always have somebody going outside the party to have some alone time, to recharge, take care of themselves, and it's normal. That's one thing I like about my tribe right now, or when we had parties, is it's very normal for people to take a break from the party. Everybody gets it. Everybody understands it. We're all, sensitive, creative critters. So somebody moves and leaves, and no one's like, oh no, what's wrong with her? It's like, there's nothing wrong with her. She's taking care of herself is what she's doing. She needed a break from the party, from the energy. And we all have lots of energy. And so this could be a choice. This could be a healthy choice that you're making to take a break from the party, or this could be wallowing in some sort of self-pity about everything you don't have and other people do have, how this should have been, how much support you should have, but you don't have, but it's all just right through this door, just choosing not to access it. It could be the secret that you have that keeps you separate from others. You may not be wanting to share that. So instead of sharing that, you sort of separate yourselves. You're worried that you might accidentally share something that you shouldn't share. So instead you just separate and aren't in full communion with your community and with your support system. It's there though, you're just not accessing it. And there are good reasons and there are bad reasons. I don't know why. We're just talking about what's the possibilities of what is. No judgment though. And then in your inner landscape, 6 of Voices, you're thinking you might need to leave something behind. You're worried maybe about getting left behind, or you're worried that you might have to leave something behind. But something's been very painful, this thing in the past, and then now in this period of sort of isolation, maybe you've wanted to isolate because this relationship in the past has been so painful, and now you're like, I'd rather be by myself than be experiencing more of these 10 of Voices. And this is moving forward, moving away from the devil you know into the unknown, and committing to that process and being like, I don't even care. I don't even care what happens next. I just can't do this anymore. I just don't like this. This is too painful. This thing back here, too painful. I don't know what happens next. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know anything about that. What I do know is this is too painful, and I'm moving on. And so here's a period of isolation, and then now, this is so weird. It just absolutely came out in this same order in a different reading. And despite the shuffle, it's strange, but possible, but strange. And then we're moving forward. And so this is what you're contemplating. This is something, and maybe this is the secret, and maybe this is your hope, is to be able to have that courage to move forward, to take that leap of faith into the unknown, away from something that's not working towards you. It's not so much that you're like, okay, I'm going to the unknown. This is exciting. That would be our Fool card. This is that I'm going into the unknown because I really hate this where I'm at, and I need to move on, and I need to move forward, and I need to just go away from whatever this is. I just need to go away. So maybe you're thinking about going away from this place of isolation that you've been and loneliness, and maybe certainly a secret can make us feel very lonely and very isolated. So it may just be this place of holding this secret. This is not what I want anymore. I want to move forward. I don't know what happens next. I don't know how to do this next part, but I know that this situation isn't working anymore. So that's your hope. That's your fear. That's what you're thinking about right now. In the current situation, too, of materials, you're not balancing things very well, or something's not being balanced. Something's just not being juggled. You just can't handle something anymore. It's way out of balance, way out of sorts. You're not able to continue you're not able to juggle something or balance something or bring something. It's just, there's some imbalance here. An inability to handle what life's throwing at you right now, or feeling like you can't handle that. But there's somebody here or some situation that's really imbalanced and a little bit out of control in an imbalanced way. I mean, normally Two of Materials has a very imbalanced feeling, a very teetering feeling, but in reverse, we're past the point of teetering and we're toppling. We're just not able to, hold on, I think I did something here. No. We're just not able to manage everything on our plate right now. We're not able to manage something that's just become unmanageable. A situation has become just unmanageable. We're not able to balance ourselves out now. In your environment, we have the Chariot. We have this fast-moving energy. So there's just fast-moving energy around you. There's multiple horsepower, a lot of power and a lot of energy and a lot of movement going on around you in your environment. Just there could be trips, journeys, all sorts of things like that, or communications. But there's just this really powerful, fast-moving energy heading towards something that you want. This card has. I have a new deck, which I'm very excited about, but I'm not ready to use it yet out here. But this deck has a very, very fast-moving energy, going towards something, dreaming something, almost a sense of like channeling the dream into reality, into, wishing and it's happening, wishing and it's happening. So there's a lot of fast-moving energy around you, which makes some sense with this. And then your to-do list is the Six of Inspiration. This is success and collecting your accolades, allowing your successes to be seen, allowing yourself to be praised. I love how we're going from Five of Materials, feeling left out. Your to-do list, this is a choice that you're making, isolating yourself or allowing yourself to be seen and celebrated by your community. Because believe it or not, your community really wants to celebrate you. And is really excited for you and really wants to help you. So you are refusing help in this Five of Materials, and this is accept the help, accept the praise, accept this beautiful thing that's coming to you. Accept it, love it, revel in it, being very successful and being very, allowing people to see you, allowing people to support you, allowing people to praise you. So in Five of Materials, where you're at is self-selected isolation. What your to-do list is to get in there with your community. They want to celebrate you. They want to help you. People want to help. I mean, it's so hard to do. But when I help people, I don't think, oh my God, what an idiot, they can't do this themselves. I think, oh my gosh, they value me, they value my contributions, they want me to help them. They are, I'm useful, I'm helpful, I'm a helpful member of my community here. That might be useful when you're accepting help or accepting praise, is to know that people like that. People like to be part of that praise, part of that help. They like to be helpful. It feels super good to cheer other people on. If you haven't realized how exciting it is to cheer people on, it's very exciting and very fun. So your team wants to cheer you on, and there's a team here. There's multiple teams. Oh my gosh. And then this is where we're going. 3 of materials, putting together the team. Useful team. People that have their skills, they're on their life path, and it's all being braided together into this beautiful new thing. Everybody's very unique. Everybody has their skills. This is reminding me of how, you know, we hire people to do things because they have skills. Like, I'm not going to do my own plumbing. I'm hiring somebody to do my plumbing because I don't have the plumbing skills. Like, I haven't spent years. I don't know what I'm looking at. I mean, I could spend like weeks reading some manual and then go do a wonky job of it. But really, everybody's got all these skills. And why not let the people with the specialization, and this works for therapy, law, all sorts of things, let the people with the specialization, this is what they want to do. This is what they've devoted their life to. Let them all come together and support you. So you've selected yourself out of the support zone, and that can be fine for a time and necessary. But this is like, okay, it's not easy to manage everything you're trying to manage. What you're trying to do, you're falling down, it's not easy. And this is all, these top 3 are about pain, isolation, and things not working for you. This is what this is. Pain, isolation, things not working for you. What this is power and community, connecting with people, connecting with power, people wanting to help you, putting together your team, and allowing people to support you and allowing people to do their job. You know, when people are like, I don't want to go see a therapist, it's like people devoted their lives to a desire to help you. They went into debt so they could help you. Because this is what calls to them so strongly. So why not let them help you? I mean, it makes them happy. So so let people delight in coming together and working as a team. So building a team and letting people celebrate you. All right, that's my team lecture. Because we've got you like isolated and alone over here. Isolated and alone. Secret hopes, secret dreams. And this is like, reach out, step out of your comfort zone, put together a team that's going to help you, because you're not managing this alone. You're not going to be able to manage this part alone. So put together a team. I'm serious. Okay. Ho-ho, some topsy-turvy energy. It'll settle down when it needs to. The hand gentles the war. No matter how much chaos there seems to be in your world, which is what we have here, trust it. It's just what is necessary to move you into the right place at the right time for what is meant to be in your future. When it is no longer needed, her hand shall gentle and end the war. All right. All right, Aries. Hope that's helpful. Like, subscribe. I love that. It makes me happy. Have a great week.